Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the reading, so I do look at everything, but we take more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes to help you understand why everything's playing out the way that it is. Very important when you're dealing with a person that wears masks, create illusions and facades, gaslights. We want to know why. And we definitely want to know why the person felt like home and then is reacting the way that they are and acting the way that they are. All right, let's jump in. But before we do, let me just remind everyone that everything of any importance or relevance to the channel you can find in the description box. You want to enter into winning a free reading with me, like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar, and that word will be in the description box, along with all other important information. Okay, just wanted to put that out there again and remind everyone because the directions, a lot of times people, after they win, they're asking me all the questions like that are already stated in the description box. They complicate things. They get worried. You can hear it in their email, like, I don't know how I'm going to get on the live stream where where I send you a link, and that also then some people are surprised that the readings are not done live. All readings that I give away are done live. You can send me the questions the day before so that no one will know who it's if it's you. A lot of times people don't get on even the time of their live stream. They just want to listen to the message because they want to keep it private. But you'll always have the link to your reading, is my point. All right. And you can make it private. Okay, fantasizing. This is the underlining energy that is dictating what's happening. And I feel like nothing's happening. I feel like you're in separation with a person that is focusing on passion. They're focusing on like it's not real. It's like there's a part of this person that's obsessed with you because I feel like you're not giving this person anything. You're not talking to them, you're not anything. And they're really not happy where they are. I feel like this person chose to go with somebody else and now they're not happy. And so they're fantasizing about what their life could have been with you. They're fantasizing on the person that they perceive that you are. And I'm saying that because I don't even believe that this person gave enough time to the connection. But I do feel as if they stalk. So watching you and perceiving who you are instead of really who you are is amplifying how miserable they are in their connection because they're perceiving that your life is better. And so they're fantasizing about being with you on one hand, but they're also fantasizing of who might else be in your life right now. Because I do believe that this person, like has spent a long time in separation from you, choosing to holding back from you purposely. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper on that energy and say again, where they disrespected you. Again, that's what I feel like. I feel like this person not only didn't value you when you were in their life, they kind of, by not coming back and apologizing to you, by not stonewalling. Stonewalling. This person like acted like you were criticizing them where you weren't really criticizing them. You were telling this person you didn't like the way that they were disrespecting you, how they were treating you, that they were breadcrumbing you, that they, were sending a lot of mixed messages. You were being transparent with this person because I feel like you felt like there was a spiritual connection. And what happened is that it angered this person. So that made you back away in mistrust instead of this person explaining to you why they were acting the way that they did. They again regret that because they feel like you're in a place of disgust because they abandoned you and they abandoned you because they were stubborn. But now again, they're in a place of obsessing about you. Again, I feel like this person normally doesn't have people stick up for themselves. They, set boundaries. And I feel like you did. However, that was after this person wanted to be rebellious, not for no reason. I mean, just to appear different, just to appear, as if they didn't need love almost, to create this persona of being some tough guy or tough girl, like a person that doesn't need to have love, and really unaware of the message that they were sending you. They wanted you to chase them. They didn't think that you were going to let go. And then they were in denial, believing that you walked away. They thought that you were like playing a game because that's normally what they deal with. This person normally sends a lot of mixed messages. They strategize, they play games. So they normally get their way by giving very little. So now they're in a place of distracted. But the irony is that you felt like, well, the whole time that you were trying to get to know them, they were distracted with other people or things, but mainly people that kept them in a lower vibration, meaning partying a lot, drinking a lot, doing whatever they were doing, but not giving you the time or the energy. And then when you were saying something, they got self-righteous, like who are you to say something to me? You can't tell me who to hang out with. You can't tell me what to do. When you weren't telling this person what to do, you were saying, if you want me in your life, you need to treat me a certain way without disrespect. This person got annoyed by that. They got triggered by that. And it's like, oh, does that bother you? Okay, let me do it more. Figuring that they would create like an argument, like some sort of drama that would lead to passion, where that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So the more that you would say something, the more this person would actually become reckless, like do it more, being thoughtless of themselves and you taking more risks, almost like, oh, does this scare you that I do this? Oh, you're worried about me because I do this. I'm gonna do it more. It's like almost like a rebellious child just acting reckless, not really caring what would happen to them either, hoping that you would be consumed but because they're creating so much drama, but really essentially not giving you anything, just wanting to keep you hooked, which triggered you. It's again, you were like, you felt like you suffered enough mental and emotional abuse. That's what you felt like. You felt like you got to a point where you got tired of the gaslighting. You got tired of the breadcrumbing. You got tired of the lies. You got tired of the illusions. Like this person was trying to like create a disturbance within you, figuring, oh, well, you might have shared with them that you went through, had a previous relationship, that what the person did, they ghosted you, they breadcrumbed you, they didn't value you, they disrespected you. So you were trying to like lay boundaries and be transparent with this person, not to waste their time, but also obviously not to waste yours. So this is why it's really important not to ever mention what a previous relationship has, a previous relationship has treated you, because you don't know who you're dealing with. You know, if a person really wants to know about you, you make them give time. I feel like in this connection, you trusted this person. There was a connection. They felt the connection. They didn't value the connection. They didn't want to give you that time, that space for whatever reason. They just didn't want to do it. And the more that you would point it out to them, say, well, you want to be in my life. So I'm feeling like this person um, weaved in and out of your life. That's exactly what I felt like. They weaved in and out of your life, and it really created a lot of abandonment issues. And that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to manipulate you so that you would give in to them, so that you would, you know, like not have any boundaries, not have any pretty much self-respect for yourself. And what you were like, but what happened is you kept this person out, and it's because they kept you out. You're like, you saw exactly what they were doing. They were trying to create like like this false passion, this drama that would turn into passion. Like, but really in a way that it would be playful energy that you would let go of your boundaries. And you were like, no. You were like, you saw that this person was just trying to like control that, your opinions of anything, of how you wanted to, how you wanted them to treat you, to what you wanted to do at your time, like, didn't matter. This person like disregarded it. They weren't listening at all. Instead, they were just kept up playing a lot of games. And you were lonely. You're like, I'm at the end of the day, I'm not even in a connection. All I am is lonely. And that's because I feel like this person would weave in and out of your life and come back, but those boundaries you always held. They really thought over time that you were going to lay down your boundaries. They didn't think that you were going to let go. That's what it is. So now this person's guilty, and really they're like, um realizing again that you've been burned before, and it was hard for you to trust, so you were mainly on guard with this person. Well, this person has also been burned, so that's why they did what they did. But because you again have not talked to this person, and you realize they kind of left the relationship in ruins right now, it's like it's forcing this person to face it, and they're struggling with having to face it. They don't want to face it. You're making them face it. And seeing again that it was the fact that they gave their attention to many different people, and they wanted to stay in this blind spot, that they always had an exit plan with you. So they never gave. They wanted you to stay in entanglement. That's really what they wanted to do, where you would be stuck, but you would be stuck because of your self-esteem, not even because this person was really giving you anything. Because I feel like they didn't really know what they had until it was gone. And where this person now wishes they can start, can start over. I find like, but finances are a problem. So this person doesn't feel good about themselves. And there would still be secrets and deceptions. It's not that you don't make this person want to be a better person, but they know that you deserve better than them. It's like part of it is a choice whether a person does the right thing. It's a choice whether or not they want to step into their divine. And the problem is that this person doesn't know what they want, and so like I'm saying, like they can feel that the relationship is that it is a soulmate and that they miss you. But they're intimidated by you because you're someone that is going to stand your truth. You're not going to, again, let this person breadcrumb you, disrespect you, weave in and out of your life. This person has commitment issues. So, and understand this person gave into temptation. They will always tend to give into temptation as long as they're not strong within themselves. But does that mean that they don't regret it? No, they wish that they could take it back. They do feel terrible for hurting you. It's just they need time to figure out what it is that they want. This person doesn't know. They know that they still have growing to do, and that's really what it is. I just feel like this person is just not ready, just not ready. Like they treated this relationship like it was just a fling, but this person, like again, really feels horrible because they feel as if they ruined everything because of they pushing you into being in a one-sided relationship. But at the end of the day, the core reason why they played all these games, believe it or not, is they feel like they're really not good enough for you. That you hold to a certain standard. This person doesn't want to do that. There's no real reason. But do they have feelings? Yeah, they check on you from afar, but you know, you're not going to take them back. They feel like that this is the end, and it's the end because you're not going to like it. You're not going to, it's always going to lead to fights, arguments, and it's because they don't want to give up the way that they're living. They want their cake and eat it too. That's how they've been trying to get it. That's how they've been trying to manipulate you. It doesn't mean that they don't have feelings. They have feelings, but they're like, I don't want to give up my freedom. I want to have my cake and eat it too. I don't really want to have to hold to your standard. And I didn't think that I needed to. So it kind of annoys me that what you're showing them. See, that's the thing. They really thought that they could weave in and out of your life and that you were gonna be eventually be like, okay, fine, like settle for less than what you deserve. That's what they thought. But you're not. And then, so again, they try to use time and they try to like really strategize in all different ways over a long period of time. And you have never done it, which is why they just feel like you're not going to do it and they're not going to walk that straight and narrow. They're not going to do it. Like the moment that you would feel like they would just revert back to like who they are because that's who they are. So there's a place that they would always be a little bit intimidated. You would always feel like they focus too much on the physical connection and it would stress you out. That's really what it is. You'd be paranoid because you'd feel like you couldn't trust this person. What are they doing now? What do they need to work on? We can even say again, they need to work on their habits. It's again, they're like, what do they do or to deal with stress? What do they do to deal with their confidence? A large part of stress comes from how strong we are within ourselves. This person isn't strong within themselves. They have to create illusions. They have to have the upper hand. They have to live from this lower consciousness to feel fulfilled in life, to feel balanced. So it's their habits, and their habits are always going to keep them stuck. So that's really what they have to work on. They don't really want to work on it. It's again that, and they almost feel like at this point, why should I even try? You're only going to reject me. You're not going to like really take me in because they know that they pushed it to a point. So they know that if they came back, they would really have to be different. They would have to, and they're like, I don't want to do all that. I have feelings for you, but I don't want to do all that. I know exactly who I am, and I want to be a player. I want to run around and not commit to anyone. I want to be able to weave in and out of your life. I want to be able to disrespect you and have you not mind. That's pretty much what they're saying. It's like, I want to keep it in fantasy land. Fantasy land is where I imagine a life with you and how I can treat you, and that's how we live. It's like that, it never gets past that lust phase, it never gets past that fantasy. Life is not fantasy. When we're in a relationship with someone, that passion phase lasts for a short amount of time. That's what this person knows. That's what you know. This person knows that after that phase, they don't really want to do the work to maintain that level of passion, because you can actually create that level of passion by creating intimacy, by creating memories, by pouring into each other. No, no, no. This person would rather create a lot of drama so that you're fighting and you're screaming. So you're trying to always make up to break up, to break up to make up. I mean, it's based on that, which it's all about control, but the relationship never grows. It never grows. You hold to a standard. They can't step it up as long as they have these horrible habits. And they don't really want to change. They're comfortable. So we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? What is the spiritual message? And so again, the inner childhood wounds, the first card out is feeling unworthy, growing up in an environment where you were made to feel unworthy. So you were a loner. There was a sense of not really feeling comfortable to be able to connect with people, not feeling safe. And that happens when you have a mother or father, the first relationship, which is usually the mother, that connection, when the mother teaches you not to trust them because of their emotional behavior, because they lie, because they don't keep their word, because they gaslight, because there's narcissistic energy, because they're manipulative. They just want to control, and dominate. When the narcissistic parent, that's what they do. You're not allowed to have your opinion. You're not allowed to have anything. And in the moment that you rebel a little bit, you're treated as unworthy. You are disposed of. You are the bad person. You're the toxic person. When really it's that parent that's the toxic parent. But they're going to control the entire environment by becoming the bully, anyone that sides with that person. So there's child is really made to feel as if they're a loner, that because they can't trust, because of that first relationship. So Spirit says that you didn't get the nurturing. So we know that the nurturing is something that you would have to reparent. No, instead you were shamed. You were made to feel again unworthy, not good enough, as if you were bad, not lovable by that parent. So again, didn't get the nurturing that you needed. And the innocence of the connection really was robbed from you, because children are supposed to be children. Like they're not supposed to be terrified of their parent because they can't trust their parent. A child knows at a very young age whether they can trust that parent by how that parent is acting. So if the parent was an alcoholic, if the parent didn't show up, again, make promises, never delivered, didn't show up on more than one occasion, well, the innocence is robbed. Child can't be a child. Well, guess what? In this relationship, the innocence was robbed. So even though there was a connection, it was robbed because of how this person treated you. They made you feel unworthy. So again, here it is. You had to nurture yourself. But that's where you found your magic. Again, that it brought you back to that original trauma, and the child that survives, thrives. So the child doesn't know the difference between psychological, emotional, but emotionally, the child didn't get what they needed. They were not nurtured by the parent. That doesn't mean agree all the time. It means like teach through love, be the example of love. That's not what happened. The child grew up in survival. So again, that trauma made that child very psychic, very intuitive, again, and find their creativity possibly. Again, many are artistic and learn to survive through different vehicles, whether that was studying a lot, whether that was creating, whether that was connecting to people. That's also magic. Again, you would find your gifts, is what Spirit says. So Spirit said during this time it was to nurture those gifts, to nurture your magic, to let your magic unfold, because it would make a way where there was no way, just for you, away from this lower vibration of energy. And that's pretty much what you did. And that's why this person is still kind of regretting how they treated you because there's a part of them that's like, I shouldn't have treated you that way. It's like, I see who you are now, but their pride and their ego is like, I can't really come back. You wouldn't even take me back, first of all. Like, I already know that. So, and also, I don't really want to give you what you want because I don't want to hold to that standard. I need to be able to get a lot of attention and wear this mask in order for them to feel good. If they were talking to you and they were to be honest, that's what they would say. They'd say, I need to wear this mask in order to feel good about myself. And you're like, I don't want that type of relationship. I don't want that. It's like, I feel like your own intuition again guided you, where you were like, this is not what I want. I want to be in a connection that's give and take reciprocity, that I emotionally get my needs met. And I've already been in a connection where I emotionally, that's all I ever get. So, it's Spirit says, so you poured into yourself. It was all about nurturing yourself. It was about nurturing those gifts, your magic, and finding your magic. So again, it was about learning to flow with grace, being around a difficult person, being raised by a difficult person, understand, then life becomes difficult because the child's always then coming from survival, always looking for a problem. So again, here it is, a problem, and Spirit says, but you again flowed with grace. It was like you navigated through the difficulties of this connection that were deliberate in peace. And that's what it's about. It's about gaining strength and courage and strength within yourself, that regardless of what's happening in the environment, that you're strong within yourself because you have a strong connection to your creator. You have a strong connection to God, to the universe, to all people in the universe. And that's through your magic. That's through, again, really knowing yourself. And when you're in this light, okay, when you're in the highest vibration of giving yourself the love and the nurturing that you need, it's that the divine brings you guardian angels, has guardian angels, that you're protected. It doesn't matter. Like, who doesn't like what's happening with you? It doesn't matter as long as you're true to yourself and you're living in alignment with the laws of God, the laws of love, the laws of nature, and the laws of the universe. You are vibing at such a high vibration that it doesn't matter who's in your environment, who doesn't like it, who doesn't like the fact that you're, standing up for yourself and taking what's due to you. People will always try to make you perceive that you're less than who you are. It's so, and Spirit says, that's what this person tried to do, make you settle for less than who you are. And Spirit said, no, you nurtured yourself, you stepped away. That's why this person is in regret. However, you're protected. They can't come into your life because, again, you're vibing too high. They don't want to be rejected, like I said, where this was about facing your fears, again, going back into a connection with a very difficult person and really realizing that the fear is an illusion, that your mother or father, whoever, again, I'm feeling it was your mother that was so narcissistic and scary at one time. Really, like, it's an illusion. It was fear, and that's this person too, that they may seem as if they're so strong and that they're so, but they're not, is what Spirit says. That's the irony, that they don't, that they're, that it's an illusion. That yes, as a child we can see how a bullying mother is terrifying, but as we get older and we heal, we can see how that bullying parent was most likely bullied and never healed, and projecting a lot of their pain on onto you, keeping out love. And really, we have to go back into these difficult situations. We don't volunteer. So it always comes through like a past life karmic mate to teach us about our worth, to teach us again how to let go of who we once were, to become who we truly are, because it's all about ascending life. Okay, that's what it's about. It's about releasing the past. You wouldn't be able to release the trauma of the past and walk into brighter horizons without walking through the illusions. Okay, that's what Spirit says. Then you can really like align your heart desire and become the magnet for unconditional love, right? It's again aligning your actions with your heart's true desires is by following your passion. You become the energy of passion, and that's through your magic. So you can then become the frequency of love and attract love. And that's what this person sees. It's again, they were on such a low vibration. The people that, again, whoever's around you that is, not happy with who you're stepping into, who they're not going to. And because again, they don't benefit. Remember, people benefit when you don't know who you are. You are always protected when you are in alignment with unconditional love, the energy of God, the energy of the universe. The universe then always has your back. It's like, and you're able to see beyond the illusions of these people that seem to be so scary and have so much power. They don't have any power. You were giving them the power through your imagination. For this person was hoping that you would feel that way again with them, where it's like, no, you learned that lesson. Because again, you learned a long time ago, it's all about being true to yourself, to love yourself. The kingdom of heaven's inside of you, the kingdom of God's inside of you. If you can imagine it, you can create it, but you have to be true to yourself. So you learned a long time ago to be true to yourself and others, to remove any mask, to stop creating illusions, to have confidence in who you were, and to reveal the good in yourself, and to not that you knew, not that you didn't need to hide or prove anything to anyone just because this person, again, they were trying to make you prove to them like your love by you not having any boundaries or self-respect for yourself. And that I believe has been the karmic theme where really Spirit says, so you needed to replace shame with the power of love and truth. You connected to this person because again, you grew up in an environment that made you feel unworthy and again make you settle for less, made you be treated as if you were not deserving, where Spirit said, no, you learned the lesson, but you needed to transmute that energy. And that was actually to go through this connection and embody a new consciousness. And at the end of the day, this person is stuck with the karma because they really did not want you out of their life. But you're not coming back because unless they would have apologized and taken responsibility for how they treated you, they don't want to do that. Again, they'd rather sit there and fantasize. And that is someone that's not present. That's someone that has avoidant issues. That's someone that wouldn't show up for you. And I feel like at the end of the day, that's your closure. Your closure is, I see who you are, but I'm still going to be true to myself. I'm going to leave that there. You let me know how you resonated with this one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.